Across South Florida, Venezuelans erupted in celebration.
This is the biggest joy that I've had in like decades. It's amazing.
Hundreds poured into the streets in Doral, where 40% of residents are of Venezuelan descent.
Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying. It is pretty awesome.
We met Andrea Ramos, who fled Venezuela in 2016, one of nearly 1 million Venezuelans who have settled in the U.S.
We've been disappointed so many times before that it is just like hard to believe that it is actually happening.
Roughly 8 million Venezuelans, more than a quarter of the country's population, has fled in the last 10 years, driven out by economic collapse and political instability. Venezuelans at the border with Colombia cheered, but in Caracas, the mood was far more sober. Long lines for food, medicine, and basic supplies stretched for blocks as people braced for an uncertain future. Hard times are coming, but I hope it will bring significant change to Venezuela, this woman said. While some Maduro supporters took to the streets to protest his capture. We are asking for the liberation of our president, this woman says. Back in Florida, 25-year-old Christopher Moreno hopes Maduro's arrest could lead to a better future in Venezuela.
I'm sorry. It's just a feeling. I can't explain it. We make a life here because we had to, not because we wanted to. So we really want to go back.
Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
And the ship that the U.S. military used to transport the Venezuelan president, the USS Iwo Jima, is based in Norfolk. And here locally, the big change in Venezuela sparked a protest in Richmond this afternoon. This is after U.S. military forces captured Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro and his wife. The move is dividing opinions among community members for and against the move. Our AJ Nwoko shares their voices.
In Venezuela, 2026 begins with the forced change of the guard, with the U.S. military conducting a strike capturing President Nicolás Maduro and his wife Celia Flores to face narco-terrorism charges, among other charges, on U.S. soil. It's a move that prompted this demonstration in opposition in front of the Maggie Walker statue Saturday afternoon with a simple message.
This war is not about drugs. It's not about immigration. This war is about oil.
David Robbins with the Party of Socialism and Liberation believes the U.S. is overstepping its power.
I would just say the end doesn't just justify the means. And I think that it should be for the Venezuelan people to decide how this happened.
But activists like Anna Shalita say, though the optics are problematic, the ousting has been a long time coming.
I don't agree completely because we want to be free. We want a transition. We are fighting for democracy, transition for Venezuelan people. We need to be very, very clear with this.
For the past 26 years, she's been fighting for Venezuelan democracy right here in the U.S. She says Maduro's reign has been complicated and controversial, leaving the country she says she loves impoverished on multiple fronts.
Day by day, we lost the health, we lost the education, we lost the economy. Everybody's poor.
Though not Venezuelan, Thomas Sullivan, who works in hospitality, shows support for the country with a meal at a Venezuelan restaurant, while also sharing the voices of the Venezuelans he employs.
When you don't have an opportunity in your own country, that's sad. And when you have one person that holds back the whole entire country, I think the world needs to look at people like that and see how they can make a difference. And sometimes, you know what? It's taking that person out.
He says what happens next is crucial and must be well thought out.
People are going to want swift action, and I don't think it happens that quickly. I think what needs to happen is, to take a step back after what has happened today and then come up with a plan. And I think the Venezuelan people need to be part of that plan.
We have the opportunity to do the transition in peace. I love this country, but Venezuela is in my heart.
Reporting in Richmond, AJ Nwoko, CBS 6 News.
And with this recent move from the Trump administration here locally, leaders are sharing their conflicting opinions. Senator Tim Kaine responded earlier today saying, quote, President Trump's unauthorized military attack on Venezuela to arrest Maduro, however terrible he is a sickening return to a day when the United States asserted the right to dominate the internal political affairs, end quote. And on the other side, Representative Rob Whitman posted his reaction over X, praising the administration, saying, quote, I commend the administration for taking decisive action in Venezuela to protect our national security, and I look forward to in-depth briefings from our partners in the administration to ensure this operation brings stability and security to the region.